Welcome back to the Road to Glory career in college football 25 for Jon McConnell, Minnesota's greatest quarterback ever. Maybe. This week is going to be a spicy one because we are playing at Michigan, which is not easy to do at all. So I'm kind of looking at my weekly agenda here. From an academic standpoint, our GPA actually went up to a 3.2, which is fantastic news. We have an exam in 3 weeks. I want to try to get a skill point. So if I do this, it would cost me 3, which means that would be all of those. And I have some wear and tear. So we're gonna, after this game, we'll definitely get another skill point, but I'm going to make sure I think our GPA goes up at this point. Yeah, I think we do our GPA. We've got 1 point left. I think we put it right into leadership at that point. And we got to roll with that. And our guy is doing pretty well. Jon McConnell had his greatest game ever in the last episode, but Michigan's going to be a little bit different than Iowa. They can do everything. And so we've got to really look at, I think, accuracy for this standpoint. We have 4 skill points we can actually use. I would love to save them up to get extra throw power because 87 throw power ain't it. But I think right now we need to focus on accuracy. We're going to get that up to an 88 as a skill group. So his medium throw accuracy went from a 78 to an 81. Throwing the run's a 90. Deep throw is now a 91. Throwing to pressure is an 86. And short is an 88. So across the board, I think this is going to be really good for right now. I think we're going to spend a lot more time trying to get our throw power and strength and jumping, which doesn't really matter, up overall. So we're going to need 10 points to do that. So it might be a minute. Jon McConnell's first road game of his actual career that he's playing, and it's at Michigan's big house. This is not going to be easy. Michigan is a team that's kind of struggling. They're 19th overall. They're 2-2 in the year. They've had some tough losses to big teams. But Jon McConnell stepping into Michigan is going to be a scary big moment for him. Let's see what he can do. And look at him running out. Where's Jon? Show him. He's fearless. We don't show the Michigan players. Jon is fearless. McConnell and company are coming out here just trying to make some plays, and oh boy, they're not making a play there. Oh man, McConnell can't even see his guys. We don't even know what plays being run technically. He's got a guy. Oh, he doesn't have a lot of throw power. He came down with it. That might have been the craziest little catch we've ever seen. Jon McConnell threw up a prayer, and it was answered. He has no idea what his guys' things are. Oh my God, we want to throw it down to B, but we can't risk it. We got to throw it away. The toughness rank right now is the 5th toughest place to play in all of college football. McConnell's going to send a man in motion. Spencer slides over. Darius Taylor goes nowhere. Big third down. A beautiful ball that was going to be caught. Daniel Jackson with the catch. Get the ball right back. Going to go with Darius Taylor. Again, not a ton of room for him to run, and he goes for maybe 1. McConnell's got his team inside the red zone against Michigan. This is not an easy feat. He's going to try to get out here in the edge to see if he can do something, but he maybe gets 1 yard. 3rd and 8. This Michigan defense is something else right now. McConnell throws one and it's intercepted. So close. We maybe could have had a field goal. McConnell's ball goes crazy high and Michigan gets it. As great as that drive was, it unfortunately ends in a pretty tough situation, but Michigan doesn't actually score. Their offense doesn't do anything, but man, this defensive line came to play. McConnell and Taylor both on the cold streak right now, and it's kind of hard not to be when this defensive line is in the backfield every time. Oh, Josiah Stewart's going to go down for Michigan, at least for a play. In fairness, his play calling for Michigan has been lay doo-doo right now. Jon McConnell and the company are just kind of cooked. McConnell, though, sees some vision. He's going to go up, and he gets it down in the middle of the field. What a run. McConnell doing his best to get some points on the board for his squad and try to silence them. And Darius Taylor still in negative rushing yards in total. He's got -6 on the game. Minnesota's offensive line has been in shambles all game long, and Taylor is just trying to find some room, and it's 3rd and 5 again. This is a big 3rd down here. Going at the halfback screen, and McConnell can't even get rid of it before they put pressure on him. Michigan, again, gets a stop. While we were able to get something stopped on them early on, the defense can't really do what they need to there, and Michigan is going to get points on the board, striking first. McConnell just trying to take off, but that 81 speed is not going to work against his defense. Michigan's pressure has been pretty relentless right now. McConnell, though, gets a ball that could be a first down, and it is. First down here, McConnell feels like he's cooking, throws one dumb late, and that's nearly picked. McConnell's cold streak is still pretty evident. He's getting out here in a bootleg. He's got a guy. He's trying to just turn up, but these defensive linemen are fast. McConnell kind of unsure what these plays are here. Throws one late, but this guy's going to grab it and stays in bounds. He's just trying to keep his composure right now. Not a great ball to throw. His guy caught it and ran the other way. Back here in 2nd and 12, going with the run. Darius Taylor still in negative rushing yards for the afternoon. 3rd and 11. First half winding down. McConnell is just fighting for his life. Doesn't even know what icons his guys are. He's trying to get the first down, and he has it, and he's safely out of bounds. But a late hit, and the ref doesn't call it. On the right side of the 50 again. They get him again in the backfield. McConnell ready to go. He's going to hand one off and almost tears his ACL, giving it to his own running back. Michigan is just on an absolute tear. McConnell fighting for his life, but McConnell's going to hit the bootleg. McConnell's going to keep it and keep it moving, and he's down at the 25. What a run. Only down 7. This has definitely been a really tough battle, but if the offensive line can't do better, the run game will never get going. Taylor is beyond gas at the moment, and he's going to go down again. Negative 12 rushing yards for him. Connell's in almost an impossible situation. Backup running back is in the game. Throwing one up, probably a pick. And luckily it's dropped. We might be able to get a field goal here, but Michigan's defense is no joke. The good news, we do get the field goal. The bad news is Michigan comes out there and puts some points on the board as well. So a 14-3 lead for them at this point. What a throw, and it's going to be caught in bounds. Connell just trying to get that composure here. Sees his guy, is going to float it over to him. Can he turn the corner and get some extra yards? He can. What a run after the catch. First down. He's got his receiver, a close one, and he has it again. These completions are adding up. A little over a minute. McConnell out of that cold streak. Into a good spot. This one's, oh, I thought it was overthrown, but what a grab by Daniel Jackson. McConnell's got himself in a good spot for the squad. Sees his receiver. That one's nearly intercepted. Josiah Stewart is actually back in the game, by the way. Injured a little bit earlier, but he's back in. A 3-man front for Michigan. The halfback screen is there. Can Taylor break a tackle? He can, but there's not a lot there. Only getting 1 yard. Connell's trying to change things at the line of scrimmage. His receiver just cannot hear him right now. His guys are looking at potentially the wrong play. Connell's just going to give up. He's going to try to make something happen. He tries to get rid of it. Can't even throw it away. What a play. We enter into the second half. We only have 3 points because our field goal kicker missed a chip shot from pretty much dead center. It would have absolutely changed the game. And our run game is still in the negative yard total. McConnell doing his best, but this is not easy right now. Ease his guys and make a big play, and that's going to give us a chunk, but 3rd and 5 yet again. Here's McConnell. McConnell with some room. McConnell is going to get out of bounds. What a run. Jon McConnell has been putting on a heck of a performance right now. Gutsy, you can call whatever you want, but this dude is just trying to help his team get a W right now. This is going to be a nice one, and it's off his fingertips. That's not on McConnell. That is a beautifully thrown ball, but Daniel Jackson has to hold that one in. After the week he had last week, he would have thought he did, but Will is going to get another interception. Michigan does not get another touchdown here, but they do pin Minnesota deep in their own territory. Little run play that Darius Taylor just check that man for a concussion. He's got like negative 20 rushing yards. The offensive line overmatched. This is about to be a safety. The play calling is terrible. We can't not run it. So at 3rd and 17, instead of letting us have an opportunity to pass the football, they would like to run the football after losing for a crazy amount of yards. That was a tease. I thought we were going to get a first down. 4th and 5, we're punting. This game is not over. It's well within reach, but it's just got to be something a little bit better. But if the offensive line doesn't block, McConnell might die. Connell's still unsure of exactly what play was being called on this one. Oh, no. Another one. At this stage of the game, our starting running back, who you could argue maybe had Heisman potential, has been running for negative 20 rushing yards in the entire game. Our quarterback has been fighting for his life. This has been a rough one. We've had receivers drop balls that have ultimately ended up being, interceptions that have hurt our quarterback. We've got tight ends that can't run, except for that guy. He runs out of bounds. Okay. 2nd down and 6. Nice throw up the field, but the tight end drops it. This has been a really difficult game for McConnell. I don't think his performance has been bad. It has just been Michigan's defense is that much better. And another drop pass by these receivers. 4th and 6. Going for it. Michigan's the real deal. Some might call it a rivalry. Some might call it a shellacking. That was not a good showing. Minnesota missed field goals, had receivers dropping the ball. And McConnell, I don't put this one on him. He played extremely well, but Michigan just outclassed him. The little brown jug goes back to Michigan, and Minnesota, it's a long bus ride home. Recapping the stats for Jon McConnell, 13 to 24, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions. If you just looked at the stats, you'd say he played terrible, but a lot of this goes on his receivers and the rest of it goes on his offensive line. Taylor ran 14 times for -9 yards. That is unbelievably terrible. McConnell, 11 for 58. I'm here for what he was doing. He was a legend on the ground. And in the air, we had 4 drops, 1 by each of our top 4 receivers. It's just, you can't have that happen. We get back from the game and our tight end, who dropped a couple of passes, says, don't look on your social feed today. You and the team are getting roasted pretty bad. What do you mean me and the team? You're on the team, buddy. Criticize the coach on social media. Make a burner account to defend yourself. Am I Kevin Durant? Criticize the fans on social media. I want to make a burner for Jon. I think Jon McConnell will make a burner for himself. These fans have never played football before. I'm just not going to sit here and take this. Yeah, buddy. So then the dude that just hit us up the previous week says, yo, do you have a fake account? You accidentally posted in some dude's comments from your real account defending yourself in the third person. You're getting roasted even harder now. Jon McConnell, aka Kevin Durant. So your brand is taking a big hit and you've lost followers. You've turned off comments to your posts in shame. They're cooking Jon McConnell. Now, even though they might have, had some issues with Jon McConnell, a local restaurant, Sunny Sombrero, with an NIL offer. This is our proposal for a 4-week contract for the cost of 2 energy up front. You'll receive a small leadership boost per week, and upon completion, 10,000 followers. I think Jon McConnell takes that because he just lost a bunch of followers, so he needs all the help he can get. So you'll now receive a small leadership boost 4 total times and 10K followers at the end of the contract. You'd love to see it. All right, this week is a big one. Obviously coming off a massive loss, we need to make sure we lock in and do what we need to here. So we've got an exam in 2 weeks. I want to make sure we're prepared for that. We only have 3 points at this stage. I think we're going to focus. Oh, this 2 is going to be a big jump, I think. All right, so we're in a good spot. Next week, we'll be able to get it all the way up to prepared. We can focus a little bit more on some leadership stuff. But this is where we need to be. Getting that GPA up. I want to get again to 3.7 by the end of every year for Jon McConnell, so we don't have to worry about that at the end. And then from a local hero standpoint, we have 100 followers. That is it. But this 10K boost will get us into the influencer status, which should then unlock Road Dog, which gives us better composure gains on the road. So this will all work out. Jon McConnell is coming back home where he has not lost yet in his Minnesota career, but we're facing USC, which is not going to be an easy game whatsoever. So we're a little bit nervous to see what happens, but at least we're looking good in the run out. All right, the good news, we should be able to run, hopefully, on USC, unlike we were against Michigan. And look at that. We already have more rushing yards on one play than we had all of last game. In fairness, Darius Taylor was fighting for his life out there. It was not easy whatsoever. We're going to go right back to the run. Little short yardage situation. The man's vision is looking like Stevie Wonder. Not very good. 31, McConnell's going to bring his tight end over a little bit. The same man who's sending him text message after text message. Oh, McConnell's out of here. Not a good decision, but we win down. This drive is going infinitely better against the number 18 USC than it went against Michigan last game, but the running back decided not to block. McConnell here on 2nd and 12. Beautiful dot right across the middle. 11 is out here cooking into the red zone. Now this team is feeling pretty good right now. USC again, not playing at home. They're playing on the road, so they got to figure out what they're doing. And apparently, they've got good guys on defense too. 2nd and 13. McConnell breaks the tackle. McConnell, nowhere to go. He gets rid of it smartly. Late hit, though. 3rd and 13. The one thing we want to make sure we do is not turn the football over. We still are in field goal range, and even our kicker should be able to hit this one. Oh, my God. McConnell fighting for his life. They're catching up to him. He's not that fast, and he goes down. 4th and 19. Please tell me the field goal is good. Fantastic news we get is the field goal is good, and USC does not score. So now we're in a really good spot. Jon McConnell will take 4 yards. 2nd out, 6 yards ago. Spencer's going to slide in motion. Taylor gets the rock back. Little vision check, and he goes up the middle for a good gain. Who set it down is going to slide a man over in motion here. McConnell sees a little bit of pressure, gets rid of it, but it's too late. McConnell's going to try to get to the edge. 81 speed, though. If that man had about plus 10 speed, he'd be cooking. Crucial 3rd and 7. McConnell's got his guy in the edge. It's a beautiful grab, and he's going to get the completion. Wear and tear's kind of stacking up on McConnell right now. He's got to be a little careful here. Hands this ball right off to Taylor. Taylor's got plenty of room. Taylor up the middle for close to a 15-yard gain. It honestly feels like the coaching staff learned a lot from last week's game because that game against Michigan was not fun. This is a nice check down. The tight end's going to lose it. Maybe we went deeper on that. We were more successful. 2nd and 10. Taylor runs into a brick wall. 3rd down, 12 yards to go. McConnell sees his guy. He floats into the back of the end zone. Is it going to be? There it is. Toe tapping. He's got him. After we got the touchdown, unfortunately, our defense gave up 7 points. So we've only got a 3-point lead now. But shout out to the kicker. for making that one count earlier. McConnell sees a guy with a step. That is going to be a dot, and he drops it. McConnell can't believe it. He's been absolutely cooking with some of these throws, but the receivers have just been letting this man down. McConnell here with a really big third down for the squad. Got one floating, and it's a dot dropped in a bucket, and he's going to pick up extra yards off of it. Golden Gophers feeling pretty good about themselves right now. McConnell stretching out here to the edge a little bit. Got a guy, checks it down to his tight end, who actually holds on 1 for 4. 2nd and 6, handoff right here to Darius Taylor, who runs directly into a guy. And he could have had daylight if he just went the right way. 3rd down and 6, deep field goal range. Probably not a gimme here. And McConnell gets hit as he throws and needs a little bit more protection from his O-line. 2:34 left here in the first half. Minnesota again fighting for their lives a little bit. And he caught that. What a catch. McConnell got bailed out a little bit there. That was a dangerous throw that had no business being thrown, and his receiver just had a heck of a catch. Probably the last play before the 2-minute warning here. A little run up the middle. And Taylor going back to his old ways from last week. Not a smart run. Crucial 3rd down. Sliding a man over motion from the right-hand side. Sees a guy with a step. Oh my God, Daniel Jackson. Is it enough? It is. And he's going to grab it and keep going. Daniel Jackson back in the end zone. As good as the offense looked that drive, you can think the polar opposite about the defense, as they gave up unbelievably quick points. And, well, now we are sitting here with a 3-point lead again. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. McConnell with a great ball, but it's a little overthrown. Deep in Minnesota's own territory, they're going to opt to go with a run here. Darius Taylor's got an option to do something, but USC is going to get the timeout. They get the ball back with plenty of time to score. McConnell sees his guy up the middle. Beautiful ball. Let me get the first. Squad is going to opt to go with a hurry up here. McConnell sees some wiggle room. Is going to slide smartly. We're going to use our first timeout. 2nd and 3, 43 seconds left. McConnell feels the pressure. He's got to get rid of this one and smartly throws it away. 3rd down, 3 yards to go. A close one, and it's a toe tap on the sideline. Great throw and catch. McConnell has been absolutely in his bag this half. Just trying to get away from one again. Great pressure by USC. Back here to the halfback screen. Can he follow his blockers? Darius Taylor just seems to be not paying attention out there. Big 3rd and 5. Nice pass, and he gets the first down. Daniel Jackson gets it and keep the hurry up going. Connell and company quick to the line. Connell doesn't like what he sees and gets rid of it. Touchdown here would be absolutely massive for the squad. A close one, it is thrown behind. McConnell had him. McConnell feels the pressure. McConnell tries to run. It's not going to work. They're going to use their last time out here with 3 seconds left, and this should be a pretty easy field goal. So as great as we were playing, we now have a little bit of a deficit because USC, they are him. Oh, Daniel Jackson, also him. Daniel Jackson off to the races. He's in the house again, the most electric receiver in college football right now. He is really that guy. And because of only having a 1-point lead, coach wants to actually go for 2 here. And what might be one of the weirdest play calls ever. We're going to see if it actually works. Jon McConnell's disappointed. We get a great stop, but deep in our own territory. Things might be a little bit of a problem. Nearly picked off by USC. Go back to the run game. We haven't really used it a ton recently. We're hoping it works. And Darius Taylor's vision is gone. Whatever Taylor had in those first couple of weeks, it just feels like the man is absolutely cooked. We're going to try a little 50-50 ball here. And it falls incomplete. 4th and 10. We got to be punting deep in our own territory. We got to hope the defense stands tall. USC scores a little bit of a 1-point deficit, and we're trying to get Darius Taylor going, but it's just been disappointment after disappointment. He started strong, but it's been terrible since. 3rd quarter starting to wind down. Pressing Taylor in motion. Trying to get him involved here, maybe in the passing game off a swing pass, and he seems lost. 6 yards to go in this first down. Oh, they absolutely double team Jackson, which you'd love to see. And McConnell's going to pick up a huge gain. Continue to try to give Taylor a chance to make us believe. And look at this. He finally gets a big run. That's better than his last 10 runs. McConnell with a quick adjustment here. McConnell sees the guy, throws one. This is absolute dot, and he finds this guy in the end zone. What a throw. With a 5-point lead, our coach wants to go for 2 again, and guess what he's calling? The same play we'd win for last time we went for a 2-point conversion. So we're going to see if Spencer can get into the end zone. He had all day on the edge and cut up the middle for no reason. With 4 minutes left in the game, McConnell was in a really good spot. His team has the lead because of his performance with 4 touchdowns, and his receiver just dropped the easiest pass of all time. Some people might point to his completion percentage being at like 50% this game and say that McConnell has been the issue, but if you watch his receivers, those guys have been dropping balls left and right. And the clock chew down a little bit. His tight end underneath should be an easy first down to 86, picks up that and more. Under 4 minutes now, McConnell feeling pretty good. He's rolling. A pirouette 360 throwaway is not what I had in my book. McConnell staying in shotgun. He's been here pretty prevalent so far. Throws it behind the defense and a great throw to get the first. Touchdown here is absolutely going to kill USC. McConnell tries to get it to Taylor, but again, that route running, they sniffed it out. They knew the play. Second down here. McConnell, quick check down. We'll take that. The tight end holds on to it for 3rd and 5. The head coach has refused to call a run play in this entire drive, maybe because Taylor has been terrible, but we could have absolutely used a couple here. McConnell, though, since he's got it right here, the run play of his own. Looking for a block, doesn't get it, but he gets out of bounds, which we don't love, but he does get the first. First and goal from the 6. Darius Taylor is somehow gassed beyond belief at the moment. We're going to go back with the play that the head coach has called 400 times, and this time it works for the touchdown. McConnell gets his squad in the end zone again. USC got the ball. They couldn't score. They go 4 and out, and all of a sudden, Minnesota has the rock with 2:22 left, an 11-point lead, and they can absolutely put this away. USC should be losing all their timeouts now. Darius Taylor, a solid run, but not a great one. It's been a rough game for him. Jet touch pass worked earlier, so we're going to fake it this time. What a pancake block by the center, and Taylor's out here doing hurdles. The coach hasn't making at least smart play calls this time, giving it to Taylor, who again is grinding through these runs. It also looks like we missed our extra point after scoring that touchdown, which makes things a lot more complicated, but we're just hoping that we don't need to worry about that if we can just get a field goal here and walk out. USC again loading the box pretty heavy here. We're going to go straight to the run. Hope Taylor can find a spot, a nice shimmy. And I think he got the first down. And just like that, USC uses their final timeout of the game. McConnell does what he does best, winning football games at home. Does not have that key road victory we're obviously hoping for, but beating a top-ranked USC team, one of those top 20 teams, that is a major deal right now. McConnell with the championship moment that, you know, we hope he has some better ones. But this is a big moment for him right now. 367 through the air, 5 touchdowns, a completion percentage that was terrible, but we blame his receivers. They were dropping everything out there. If you know who didn't drop it in the biggest moments, Jon McConnell. Recapping the stats, McConnell, a fantastic ball game. You don't love the completion percentage, but when you count how many drops his receivers actually had, you understand why. On the ground, Taylor, a struggle bus of a game, did end up with 80 yards in the afternoon. McConnell, 9 for 49 in some key moments. And then we also see from receiving side, Williams had 89 on 5 grabs. Spencer had 73 on 5 grabs. Each of those guys scoring a touchdown, with Williams getting 2. And don't forget about Daniel Jackson, the most electric player on Minnesota besides McConnell. 2 receiving touchdowns on a $153. This team stepped up. There were some bad moments. There were some great moments. But at the end of the day, the loss to Michigan sucks. But coming back in the following week at home and beating a top-ranked, top 20 USC, you love to see it. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys on the next one.